SCORE is a resource partner of the SBA.
Welcome to the 2020 Washington State Small Business Awards Gala. My name is Tom Hughes, Development Chair for SCORE Greater Seattle, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for this event. SCORE is proud to host the Small Business Awards Gala each year and provide this opportunity to bring us all together to celebrate outstanding small businesses in our community. While we wish we were able to hold this event in person, we hope you find this virtual event an acceptable alternative. As you know, 2020 was an extremely difficult year due to the pandemic and the resulting economic crisis. Small businesses in particular have been hit severely hard. It seems only fitting that we should take time to recognize outstanding small businesses in our community that have managed to adjust, survive, and even thrive during this difficult time. To each of you award winners, congratulations. We look forward to hearing your stories. To all of the organizations and individuals that support small businesses in our community, thank you. Your clients needed you more than ever this year, and you stepped up. To all the lending institutions that support small business through SBA-backed loans, direct loans, and through the Paycheck Protection Program, thank you. You worked tirelessly around the clock to process PPP loan applications and help small businesses get the money they so desperately needed. Your support helped save many small businesses in our community, and you've totally redefined what banker's hours and customer support mean. Thank you. Before we jump into the program, we would like to thank our sponsors, without whose help this event would not be possible. Thank you to our silver sponsors, Greg Starup and his team at Coastal Community Bank, Jennifer Ringenbach and the team at Key Bank. Thank you to this year's gold sponsors, in no particular order, Patty Kibbe and her team at Evergreen Business Capital, Dan Rupert and his team at the U.S. Bank, Scott Bossum and his team at Columbia Bank, and Walter McLaughlin and his team at Banner Bank. We're grateful for your consistent support over the years. We would like to extend a special thank you to our platinum sponsor, Northwest Business Development Association. Your support of the Gala and SCORE help enable us to continue our mission to provide pre-business mentoring to entrepreneurs and small businesses throughout our entire state. Thank you to Debbie Shipman, Don Marion, and your wonderful team at Northwest Business Development Association for your continued support over the years. Thank you to all of our sponsors. I would now like to introduce Bridget Weston, CEO of SCORE Association. Bridget?
Thank you, Tom. Hello, everyone. As CEO of the SCORE Association, I am delighted to welcome you to the 2020 Washington State Small Business Awards Gala. Thank you to the incredible Greater Seattle chapter of SCORE, our SBA chapter of the year, for your dedication to small business success and for organizing this event in honor of the outstanding entrepreneurs of Washington State. Your efforts directly contributed to the amazing impact SCORE had in 2019, with over 29,000 businesses started and more than 97,000 jobs created with the help of SCORE mentors. And yet, for small business owners, this year has been a challenge to say the very least. But SCORE remains committed to providing every entrepreneur with the tools, resources, and support they need to thrive at any and every stage. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, SCORE's nationwide network of 10,000 volunteers adapted and completely transitioned to virtual mentoring and remote support in order to continuing serving our small business owners in their communities and beyond. Additionally, SCORE launched the free Small Business Resilience Hub on score.org, a one-stop shop for the most helpful small business resources at this time. The hub includes educational and financial resiliency training, access to mentorship, and partner resources to help businesses survive and thrive in 2020 and beyond. Looking towards the future, SCORE remains committed to helping all entrepreneurs succeed. We recently launched the Hispanic Business Owners Hub, which includes specialized resources in both English and Spanish. We're looking forward to the launch of the Black Business Owners Hub early next year. These hubs are just a couple of ways that SCORE has focused on inclusion and diversity in recent months. We are also actively recruiting diverse volunteers, improving training for diverse clients, and facilitating networking among diverse groups. SCORE understands that a thriving and healthy ecosystem for minority-owned businesses is important for the broader economic growth and opportunity. Now more than ever, we must focus on supporting our small businesses through these turbulent times. Data shows that regardless of an entrepreneur's background, 5 or more hours of mentoring greatly increases the likelihood of a business starting up, thriving financially, and staying open. With that said, I'd like to thank our generous SCORE volunteers once again for donating their time, energy, and expertise to helping the entrepreneurs we serve achieve their business dreams.
SCORE Volunteer of the Year.
I'm pleased to announce that Joe Heinrich is the SCORE Volunteer for the Year. Joe has been part of the Seattle chapter of SCORE for the past 11 years. And in 2020, he has actually done over 780 hours of mentoring with clients. On top of that, wrote 5 workshops that were very, very important, all on saving taxes for small businesses. Way to go, Joe, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Krista, for giving to me the Volunteer of the Year Award for 2020. It's a very humbling experience to receive this award because it's chosen me among the 90 very dedicated and active volunteers that we have within our Greater Seattle chapter of SCORE. And this year is particularly important because our chapter has been named Chapter of the Year Award among the 300 chapters that there are in the United States. So again, a very humbling privilege to have received this award. Volunteering for SCORE has been a real privilege. And it's been a real privilege because it's given me the opportunity to take my talents in the area of finance, accounting, and taxes and give back to the community. And without the infrastructure that SCORE provides, with providing me the opportunity to meet small business owners and providing me the opportunity to present workshops in the areas that of my expertise, I would never have been able to give back to the community in the way that I have during the last 10 years. And so it's a very great privilege to have volunteered for SCORE during these last 10 years. Now you're probably thinking, why did I volunteer for SCORE in the first place? Well, I'd like to tell you a little story about how I came to know SCORE. Back when I was about 25 and working as a junior accountant at KPMG, an international accounting firm, and I heard about SCORE. And I thought, that's interesting. I think I'd like to volunteer for SCORE when I retire. So 30 years later, move out to Seattle and retire, and decided to look up SCORE, found that it was a very active and very interesting organization. I joined, and so the last 10 years I have never looked back. It has been a great experience and a great privilege to be able to volunteer for SCORE. I would urge all of you, as you are thinking about going on to that third stage of your life, that being retirement, to think about, well, maybe you could give back to your community through SCORE of the talents that you have gained during your formative years and during your professional life. So again, Krista, thank you very much for providing me this award, and all of you at the Gala here, thank you very much.
SCORE Client of the Year.
Hi, I'm SCORE business mentor Ken Bryan, and it's my pleasure to introduce our 2020 SCORE Client of the Year, Judith Reinhardt of J. Reinhardt Galleries. Judith is so deserving of this award, not only because she built a successful business, but because she took advantage of so many of the services that SCORE offers.
My name is Judith Reinhardt. I am the owner and director of J. Reinhardt Gallery. We represent about 25 emerging to mid-career artists that all have connections to the Pacific Northwest. Through a series of exhibitions we host in the gallery and showing their work online with the intent to place their work with clients. After 12 years of working in the industry, it was time. It was either I continue to work for somebody else or start my own. And then also I was seeing a need. There were a lot of artists that didn't have representation that I felt could have. And there was a lot of galleries that kind of were stuck in their niche and there wasn't a home for them yet. So I started my business with this idea of I was going to create a home for these artists. I could not have started my business without the help from SCORE and the SBA. From everything from the workshops put on, from the webinars, taxes, small business financials, QuickBooks, down business plans, marketing, all of that was available to me at SCORE, and I absolutely could not have done it without them. When I first heard that I won the award, I just kind of laughed because, what do you mean I won an award? But I also was a little surprised because doesn't everybody take advantage of all of these things?
The first thing I thought when Judith won is there's no more deserving SCORE client. She not only built a successful business, she really took advantage of what SCORE has to offer. She worked with me to develop her business plan and financial plan. She worked with Bernard Bossum, one of our expert mentors on commercial real estate, to find a location in Pioneer Square and negotiate the lease. And she took almost every workshop we offered to build her skills and develop her plans so she could launch her business successfully.
I feel like winning this award was validation that I have done everything right, that I'm on the right track, that SCORE put me on the right track. I want to keep growing the gallery to support the careers of the artists that I represent. Their successes is my success. One of my artists asked me what she should tell her students to do. She's a professor at UW, and I said, take a bunch of classes at the SBA. Go to SCORE, learn how to be an LLC. That's because as artists, the artists are trained to do their artwork. They're not trained to be business people. It seems like simple things, but you don't learn that at art school.
What I want people to know about Judith is how amazing the art is, and you should run down there and buy some immediately. Pioneer Square, 3rd Avenue. The gallery is beautiful, and she knows the business.
Today I'm pleased to recognize our State Star for 2019. Every year, our selection committee chooses one person in the Washington SBDC program that is an exemplar of our mission of helping Washington businesses grow and succeed through advising, education, and research. This year, Eric Grimstead was chosen for his professionalism, for his positive attitude, and his expertise in both the art and science of advising business owners. Eric began his career in 2008 at the SBDC office, which is hosted at Western Washington University. Since then, he has worked with 973 clients who credit him with accessing more than $28 million in financing and creating or saving almost 600 jobs. Over and over, we hear from clients and colleagues that Eric has the technical expertise and objective wisdom to help others move forward with wise decisions, regardless of the circumstances. A good example of that is Andy Van, one of Eric's clients and the owner of Pure Bliss Desserts. Andy says, we appreciate Eric so much because he's the whole package. He understands the technical part, but he also is really human. We could not agree more. Please join me in congratulating Eric Grimstead as our 2019 State Star.
I would like to start by saying thank you. First, thank you to each and every one of my colleagues who serves our great state of Washington in the Small Business Development Center network. To be chosen as your State Star for the year 2019 is truly a humbling honor. Each day I get to work alongside a talented, dedicated, and truly brilliant group of individuals who make a difference in each of our local communities. I was first attracted to this role 13 years ago because I've always been inspired by the entrepreneurial spirit. Nothing gives me more satisfaction than working alongside our small business owner clients and seeing the spark of an idea get transformed into a meaningful business opportunity. I've enjoyed serving these past 13 years. I love walking around my community and seeing the business owners that our network has touched, and I look forward to serving alongside you for many more years to come. Thank you again for this award.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Field, and I'm the Regional Administrator for the SBA in the Pacific Northwest. That covers Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. Today we're here to honor the men and women who own small businesses in the Pacific Northwest, specifically our honorees and our award winners. You know, entrepreneurs show grit and resilience in the best of times, and certainly 2020 has presented a unique set of challenges. With the coronavirus pandemic, small businesses have been even more important to the backbone of their communities. So it means something more this year, and we are very grateful that they provide 2 out of every 3 net new jobs in our area. So to the men and women who support their communities, who have, and not only just our small businesses, but our rich network of resource partners, the SBDC, our VBOX, our women's business centers, and of course our SCORE chapters. Thank you for everything that you do. Our lenders this year saved small businesses. You know, for as hard as we all worked, I think our lenders worked the hardest, pulling long hours working with hundreds and thousands of small businesses who needed assistance this year in the Paycheck Protection Program. We're so grateful for everything you've done, for everything you do to support your communities. And with that, let's just honor our nominees.
I'm Kathy Griffith, and I'm the Lender Relations Specialist for the Seattle District. Here at the SBA, one of the pillars of support that we offer to small businesses is access to capital. We can't do it on our own. We rely upon the support and cooperation of our lending partners, which includes banks, credit unions, microlenders, community development financial institutions, and other non-bank lenders. Here in the Seattle District, we're fortunate to have over 100 of these lending partners. I have the privilege of working with our local lenders to facilitate the SBA loan programs. Being an SBA lender comes with its own set of challenges, and I can attest firsthand that our lenders here are dedicated to helping small business and take pride in doing their very best to assure that financing is available to qualified, eligible borrowers. In addition, we here at the SBA would like to extend our sincere thanks to all the PPP lenders, but that's a story for next year. At this time, it is my pleasure to acknowledge our outstanding lending partners for fiscal year 2019. During that year, our lenders made over 1,500 7A loans for $772 million and 139 504 loans for $147 million. The Large Lender of the Year Award recognizes the top producing national bank in the Seattle District. Our National Lender Awardee originated 197 7A loan approvals totaling $47.9 million and one 504 loan approval for $2.6 million. This award goes to U.S. Bank. Congratulations and thank you for your continued support. Our Community Lender Award recognizes a credit union that did 21 7A loans totaling $6 million and one 504 loan for $600,000. This award goes to Numerica Credit Union. Congratulations and thank you for your support. Our next award goes to our top regional bank in the Seattle District. Our regional lender completed 145 7A loan approvals for $37 million and 9 504 loan approvals totaling $8.8 million. This award goes to Banner Bank. Congratulations and thank you for your continued support.
I'm Desiree at the SBA. As many of us who work in the small business ecosystem can attest to, small business owners are highly unlikely to highlight their own success. And although they can self-nominate for our awards, many of them would not compete for them if they weren't already nominated by a trusted business advisor, mentor, lender, or chamber of commerce. Let's face it, the success of our nomination pool relies heavily on our partners. And given the amount of time and dedication they give to the nominees, we thought it was only fitting to start a new tradition this year. As if 2020 hasn't given us enough to adapt to, I'm happy to announce the Seattle Cup Award. The winner of this award gets bragging rights of the Seattle Cup winner and the ability to display the award in their office until next year when a new winner is announced. The award goes to an organization who gives us the greatest number of fully completed and qualified nomination applications across all award categories. And the winner this year is the Washington State Small Business Development Center Network.
Historically, SBA has been one of the best kept secrets, a small agency with potent programs to help small businesses. When our elected leaders enacted the CARES Act, they put SBA out front in the COVID response effort to save small businesses. Our overnight pivot felt like what can be described as a transition from a mighty tugboat to an aircraft carrier, while underway at sea during a storm. While this pandemic has hit businesses on a scale unseen before in American history, I'd like to remind us that it takes a storm to make a rainbow. And as we pay tribute to some resilient businesses who have weathered this storm, I'd also like to highlight the rainbow, or these emerging positives that I'm hopeful will last for years to come, and have the collective power to boost the level of small business ownership for all, whether rural or urban, indigenous or immigrants. Our SBA team has been inspired by the way everyone in the entrepreneurial ecosystem mobilized in an unprecedented manner to support the survival of small businesses. Led by our amazing SBA resource partners, the flexibility and innovation witnessed highlights the resiliency of the American spirit. Even before many of us knew what a Zoom meeting was, business leaders and community heroes built consortiums of small business advocates who tirelessly worked to mitigate the pandemic's impact. You were the direct lifeline for many businesses, and thanks to your proactive collaboration with SBA, tens of thousands of small businesses were helped. And to our lending partners, the words "thank you" will never be enough to express SBA's appreciation for the long dedicated hours you spent delivering the ever-evolving landmark PPP loan program. In 14 days, you approved more loans than the SBA had approved in the previous 14 years. And our lending base doubled as we welcomed new community banks, credit unions, and community development financial institutions. I'm humbled by the commitment of your teams and the way you expanded capacity to support these small businesses during this crisis. We heard stories of your tellers converting to loan processors after the drive-thru closed for the day. And one lender generously reopened their portal on the last day of PPP to accommodate a small restaurant that was unable to apply for PPP before the bank's application window had closed. Many of our PPP borrowers were small micro enterprises, obtaining their first business loan. Together, your amazing efforts resulted in over 100,000 Washington small businesses getting critical PPP loans, where 70% of those loans went to businesses with 10 employees or less. We know our jobs are not done yet, as many small businesses are still struggling to recover. But it's reassuring to know that you are all beside us as SBA continues to help small businesses start, grow, expand, and recover.
Rising Startup of the Year.
My name is Barakat Abraha of Columbia Bank, branch manager at the Everett office. I nominated Madison Brewer of Brewer's Coffee Company. I nominated Madison because from the very beginning, she's been a very impressive entrepreneur to work with. She brings a tremendous amount of passion and ambition to grow her business. It's always fun to work with a client who not only has the passion and ambition, but also has a plan and executes to it.
My name is Madison Brewer. I am the owner here at Brewer's Coffee Co. We serve and connect with customers through coffee and conversations. We're here to provide not only coffee, but also to provide a little bit of normalcy in people's days where they can connect with us and they have a sense of waking up with us in the morning is all that we're about.
Madison Brewer is such an impressive new client to Columbia Bank that she not only impressed me, but the entire SBA team that worked with her. One of the things that really got to us was the amount of effort and research that she put in understanding what the marketplace had to offer and what the existing business that she wanted to buy was missing. She did this all while going to school full-time and juggling a couple other jobs at the same time.
The challenge that I faced first opening my business is because I was young. At the time, I was only 20. I didn't have enough credit built up. So when I first went to Columbia Bank, as much as they wanted me on their team, I wasn't able to pull a loan, and I needed the backing of the SBA because my credit history wasn't long enough. So the SBA was able to give that backing to the bank, which allowed me to open this business. What I wish that other business owners knew about the SBA is that they're there to help. There's been so many people on every level of the loan process and even after that were able to help me during my whole time opening the business. I think I had a team of like 10 that seemed to be helping me and helping me understand the loan process and step by step the whole way through. They are a great resource to use, especially if you're young and trying to open a business and you don't have that credit history. SBA is there to help. When I first won the award, I was in disbelief. I was like, me? Why would I win this award? Why would I be chosen? And then it kind of set in and I was like, you know what? I did work hard. Like, I am proud of this business and everything that I've done.
Just hearing Madison Brewer's Coffee winning in the first year in business was exciting for everybody at Columbia Bank. There were so many hands involved in making sure that we got her to the finish line. It felt like it was a team success at the same time. What do I want people to know? They make really good coffee.
Winning this award means the world to me. It means that other people see my success and my perseverance and everything throughout this business.
Wow, what a fascinating story. I had no idea, Carrie, that you could get an SBA-backed loan at age 20.
Sure, Tom. As long as you have a good idea, a strong business plan, and the right SBA loan, anything is possible.
Young Entrepreneur of the Year.
I'm Wendy Avila with Evergreen Business Capital, and I nominated Sam Franklin of Greenville for Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Some of the reasons that I thought of Sam and Greenville for this award come from his entrepreneurial spirit and this business that he created in a dorm room after reading that online invitations and event planning were pretty isolated to one carrier at the time.
I'm Sam Franklin, founder and CEO of greenenvelope.com. Growing up in the Pacific Northwest, I learned to really enjoy the outdoors, hiking, biking, camping, and knew that I wanted to do something that made a positive impact on the environment. My entrepreneurial journey started when I started my first company, which was pressure washing neighborhood driveways. And doing this while I was in high school, I was able to save quite a bit, and this ended up being the seed capital for a larger idea that I wanted to do, which was Greenvelope. Greenvelope is an electronic invitation and card platform for hosts to design beautiful communications for their guests. And in addition to designing beautiful cards, they can send them out and track information, RSVPs, and everything all within our platform. Started working with the SBA when we were interested in purchasing our own office space. Over the past couple of years, when our teams kind of leveled out in size, we wanted to design the perfect office space for our kind of forever home. And that's when I found this beautiful historic building in Belltown. When looking at doing this with a traditional lending process, it just wouldn't have been financially feasible for a small business. And so that's when I worked with the SBA 504 program and Wendy of Evergreen.
So I've known Sam over the past 3 years, from when he first applied for the loan and then during the construction phase of renovating the building, and happily helped celebrate when he did his grand opening. I think Sam Franklin is the secret strength, the secret sauce to his company. He has the ability, the agility to make adjustments as the market tells him. That was very evident this year in light of COVID, and when the shutdowns happened, he was the first small business that called me to say, what can I do?
I think winning this award is really a testament to the great team we've built and the quality product that Greenvelope is.
My first thought when I heard that he won was certainly excitement and I think validation that I knew he was the right guy. He's the true definition of the young entrepreneur.
Rural Small Business of the Year.
I'm Sarah Trulio with the Washington State Small Business Development Center, and I nominated Wheelline Cider. I met Susie about 2 years ago at a business plan competition, and I've been her advisor ever since. I nominated Wheelline Cider because I felt they were the best fit for the criteria of this award. They are a fantastic small business in a rural community.
I'm Susie Jensen, and I'm the owner of Wheelline Cider. Wheelline Cider is a small boutique cidery, and we produce our own cider using many of our own heirloom apples. When you say Wheelline, especially in a rural area, people understand that it's going to be farming, probably family owned, probably small, and it says so much more about who we are as a family.
I nominated Wheelline Cider because I felt they were the best fit. They are a fantastic small business in a rural community.
The SBA was a wonderful, I got introduced to it through the Chamber of Commerce here in Kittitas. They do a program called Enterprise Challenge, and you learn all about how to start a business. I have never owned my own business. I've always worked for corporations and or the school districts. And because of this whole program, I now run a business with an overall goal. So all of this has been wonderful because they got me to start seeing an overall picture of how it really works, and that you don't just keep putting out fires and make it. And they have given me the tools to understand how to do this. And anytime I have a question, I constantly have somebody to be able to call, whether it's SCORE volunteers or Sarah or other people. And it's just been wonderful. I think the rural setting is the most ideal place to start a business, to be honest with you. You have your community support behind you 100%. It allows us to participate in the community. I mean, we're not just separate. We're an integral part of this community.
Susie produces an amazing product. They have created an agritourism oasis. They provide living wage jobs, and they give back to their community. What more could you ask for?
The award is very special to me. Just to be recognized, I think, is important. And I think to be recognized as a small business is important. To be recognized as a small rural business out in the middle of nowhere, I mean, we're in 20 minutes outside of town, is even more special. It says that, you know, your dreams can come true.
Veteran-owned Small Business of the Year.
My name's John Morosco. I work with the SBDC, and Matt Purcell is one of the clients that I've worked with in the past.
My name is Matt Purcell. I'm the owner of PCI Pest Control. My business goes out in our community here, and we connect with people that are having problems with pests. We help them understand what's going on, why is it happening, and then we get busy solving that problem. Being a veteran has helped me immensely in being successful in a small business. I can just take what I've learned in the military and apply it to this scenario. When I started bringing people onto the team, another thing that seemed to be beneficial being a soldier is just having that background of leadership and considering what does make a team successful.
What I'd like people to know about Matt and his business is that he absolutely works with integrity. He thinks about the community. He looks at what he can do to help others.
Matt impressed me as an individual that was sincere in his efforts, a man of integrity, and one who really cared about his clients and our community. Matt does his work with heart. He genuinely cares about the customers, about his employees, and you can see that in all aspects of their business and how they communicate with you.
Winning the SBA Veteran-Owned Business of the Year Award, it means many different things to me. But number one, it's a validation that I've done some things well and I've done some things right. And I've started to listen to people that are experts. And I got a lot of help from the SBA. And I learned how to look at my business from the perspective of a business owner. And I was excited to share it with my team because the truth is, in the last 3 or 4 years, they've done so much more work to make this happen than I have individually.
Matt is very deserving of this award. He's another good example of men and women in our armed forces and their values and how they care and how this has been demonstrated in our community.
It was a happy day, you know, it's a happy moment.
Small Business Exporter of the Year.
My name is Ellie He. I'm an international trade business advisor with Washington Small Business Development Center. I work with businesses to help them grow. Pacific Valley Foods is one of the businesses I work with. I nominated them for the Exporter of the Year award. I nominated Pacific Valley Foods because I was very impressed with their company culture and the beautiful story of their business. I decided that I will help them tell the story, and getting recognized by the Small Business Administration is a great way to do that.
I'm Susan Hanna, the Senior Vice President with Pacific Valley Foods. Our business is a export trading distribution business. We do some distribution in the U.S., but about 95% of our business is exporting overseas. And it's food products, mainly frozen, but we also do shelf-stable products as well.
I nominated Pacific Valley Foods because I was very impressed with the company culture and the beautiful story of the business.
What I wish other business owners knew about the SBA, running a business is tough, and whether it's launching your business or starting your business, we're 45 years down the road, we're past that. So it's maintaining and growing our business. And even though we've been selling to 20 plus different countries, we're always looking for new regions to sell products to. And that's why we reached out to the SBA to help us research new products and countries to sell to.
The Hannas, they know the importance of building trust in doing business, especially doing business internationally. So they don't just talk about it, they incorporate it in their company culture and put it into action.
What did we think when we first heard the award? Actually, it was really great. I mean, we've been in business for 45 years, and I think sometimes we underestimate the amount of knowledge we have accumulated over the years, how well our company has done, the number of countries that we've been selling to. And so to have someone come along and recognize that, it kind of brings us back to our roots and how the company started and where we're at now, and that we really have worked very hard to get where we're at. So it's great to receive an award like that, remind us of how well we're doing, and also give us fuel to keep on doing that and growing into the future.
Wow, 45 years in business. I admire them for having the wherewithal to still go out and consult subject matter experts after being in business that long. I predict another 45 years.
I agree, Tom. It really highlights that SBA programs are there for the life of your business.
Hello, I'm Dr. Donna Peoples, the Associate Administrator of SBA's 8A Business Development Program. On behalf of SBA Administrator Javita Carranza, I want to personally congratulate all of the small businesses being recognized tonight for the positive impact you've made in your communities while building phenomenal businesses. You each had a unique journey to get to this point, but you share many of the same qualities an entrepreneur needs to be successful, such as discipline, resilience, and passion. When I visited Washington State back in March, I had the opportunity to meet many of SBA's partners at the Alliance Northwest Industry Day. I quickly sensed the strong partnerships that exist in Washington, and I'd like to thank all of our partners for the expertise and dedication you bring to the small business network in SBA's Seattle district. While all of our partners are key to SBA's success, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize one partner in particular. In addition to planning and hosting tonight's tribute to small businesses, they became the lead coordinator and fundraiser, securing the legacy of Washington's oldest, no-cost small business conference in Washington held virtually earlier today. Talent and volunteers donating their time to make such a significant impact highlights why the SCORE Seattle Chapter 55 was chosen as 2020 National SCORE Chapter of the Year. Congratulations, SCORE, and to your entire team for being selected for such a distinguished award. It's always inspiring to receive a national award, but this year Seattle District actually has 2 national awards recognizing excellence within their district boundaries. As the Associate Administrator for the 8A Business Development Program, I get to see every day how essential the 8A program is for helping socially and economically disadvantaged entrepreneurs gain a foothold in government contracting. So I'd also like to close by also congratulating SBA's 2020 National 8A Graduate of the Year, Cy Oatridge. Way to go, Cy. Thank you, and I wish all of you continued success.
8A Graduate of the Year.
I'm Anna Singh with the SBA. I am excited to announce the winner of the SBA's 8A Graduate of the Year Award, which honors a graduate of the 8A Business Development Program.
This year's National, Regional, and District Award goes to Cy Oatridge of Oatridge Security Group. Cy is deserving of this award because his business success is a reflection of his commitment to the 8A program.
My name is Cy Oatridge. I'm the CEO of Oatridge Security Group. We provide armed and unarmed security officers, protective services, and also some technology. I started my business in 2003 after I was severanced from a national company. I'd been there for 10 years and had developed quite a large book of business in the Northwest, Seattle, and Alaska, and I figured the only thing to do was to stay in my industry and start my own business. In 2008, when we had the financial crisis, the landscape started changing for our company. And so we went to the SBA for help. And they introduced us to the 8A program and other potential clients. And those introductions helped us establish business relationships with those people.
Cy was a rock star in the 8A program. It's really responsive, very timely, everything was very put together. A very good person to work with.
Our industry has grown through COVID, providing more resources to industries that need more protective services or screening services. And so, although it's sad that I've heard some businesses struggle, that has not been our experience this year.
Cy was a very relationship-based person. Whenever we did interact, he would always ask me how I am, how I'm doing. He, builds relationships, and I think that's where a lot of his success comes from.
Winning this award is a mark in time. Although we haven't been perfect over the last 10 years, this award proves that we've done something right. And we've provided an excellent service to our clients, and the SBA has recognized us. So for that, we're very thankful.
District Director Award.
There are many people whose dedication and talent enables us to start and grow small businesses. As the district director, it is my great honor each year to recognize one individual who goes above and beyond to support the SBA Seattle District Office in helping entrepreneurs' visions come to life. And it's the only category where the winner is kept secret until we surprise them at the awards gala, which makes it a lot of fun too. Instead of me telling you about this year's winner, I'd like to share the accolades shared by the winner's colleagues and our own staff about this person. This recipient always puts clients first. This recipient brings the sparkle and innovation to the organization. This person's unmatched enthusiasm for small businesses and the power of entrepreneurs inspires clients and mentors alike. And the winner of the 2020 District Director Excellence Award is Karen Ginther, Office Manager, SCORE.
Walmart and Stacy's on my list, and I'm having trouble getting to the right party, and I went to
So there's the deal from Pat, my neighbor, and then underneath is what happened. There, she got it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, we are here to congratulate you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for this award. It is such a surprise. It's a huge honor. I can honestly say I don't know that I've ever been so surprised. I have enjoyed helping small businesses and helping entrepreneurs through SCORE. It's been a passion of mine, so it feels so good to be appreciated. Thank you.
Small Business Person of the Year.
I'm Desiree with the SBA, and I'm honored to announce our Small Business Person of the Year for 2020 for the Seattle District Office. This award recognizes individuals for their contributions to their community and their success in business. I'm honored to announce this year's winner is Olga Sagan of Piroshki. She's deserving of this award because she's the epitome of the American dream.
I'm Olga Sagan, and I'm the owner of the Piroshki Bakery down here in Seattle, Washington. We specialize in piroshkis, which are Russian traditional pies. They can be filled with anything you want. You put it in a nice little pocket, you bake it, and then you carry it around and eat it like a sandwich. Piroshki got started from what now you would call crowdfunding. There was an immigrant family from Estonia They came over to Seattle, had no money, really nothing, just a dream to move to America and have a better life. They decided to put all their friends together, all their enemies together, and ask everyone for money and start a little small bakery down in Pike Place Market. In 2015, we were at 2 locations, and as I was trying to grow this business, going from 1 location to 2 locations was a significant change for us. I realized I had a couple more locations coming down, so at the same time, I joined SBA Emerging Leader Program.
Part of Olga's success is that she's always learning. She never stops, nothing gets in her way. She's always, what's next? What's the next thing on the horizon? And she never takes no for an answer. And that's part of what made her a really successful Emerging Leader student.
Piroshki was open on the concept of community really helping and putting the funds together to open our bakery. So over the last 20 years, I made it my goal to always give back to the community. We use local artists on our bags. We provide food for local food banks. We collaborate with a lot of other small businesses, and we try to promote a lot of nonprofit organizations in Seattle area. I think the thing that got me to where I am now is actually really people that work for us. Being a Russian and having very specific Russian business and having people from all over the world working for you, wearing that t-shirt that says Russian language in the back, it really brings a lot of pride and joy, and makes me realize that food is very international, and food is really the thing that brings us all together.
Olga's overcome so much. Coming to America at 16 and having to learn a new language, she started at Piroshki as a cashier and worked her way up to now owning the company.
Winning means a lot to me. Being an immigrant from Russia, I feel like it really shows that if you work hard and if you really put yourself out there, you educate yourself, you network, you communicate with people, you can get one of the biggest awards for small businesses in the United States. And looking back, going from $6 an hour 20 years ago to now getting this award, it's a big honor for me.
Hey everybody, Derek Kilmer here, proud congressman for Washington State's 6th Congressional District. I want to first thank the team at the Small Business Administration for putting on this great event and giving me a chance to participate. Listen, 2020 has been tough for small businesses, and I know the folks at the SBA have been working hard to roll out relief and provide access to high-quality services for small businesses all across the country. So thank you to the SBA, to the whole team for what you do. I also want to congratulate all of the award winners, especially the ones from Washington State. You've proven yourself to be tough and creative in the face of some significant adversity. You know, it's often said that small businesses are the backbone of our economy, but I consider them our star running backs. They're the ones who rack up the tough yards and score the touchdowns when we're trying to grow our economy. And because of this pandemic, a lot of them are getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage. In my view, the federal government needs to do some blocking and call some plays for you. And that was the rationale behind the EIDL loans and the PPP. And I hope you know that I and others will keep pushing for more help to small businesses so you can unleash beast mode. But listen, most importantly, I want to just say thank you to each and every small business for continuing to do business and working to weather this storm. In just a matter of months, we saw our entire world flipped upside down, and you have had to make adjustments that you never could have anticipated. And yet you continue to do incredible work, investing in people and supporting their families with good paying jobs. Especially now, we need you more than ever. Over the past 7 months, I've checked in with employers of all sizes across a variety of industries, and they've shared with me both good news and bad. But what stands out the most is just the immense value and skill and resiliency and economic impact they bring to their communities. And it underscores the work we have ahead of us, ensuring that they can continue to stay and grow. I've seen employers partnering with community-based organizations to fill gaps in food delivery and nutrition assistance. I've heard from manufacturers that completely pivoted their operations to meet the needs and demands of our first responders. These stories give me hope that our nation's small businesses will be the engine powering our economic recovery once again. And my commitment to you all is to continue ensuring that Congress has your backs. So, congratulations to all of the award winners. Thank you to every small business owner and worker that's tuning in today. Your work is heroic, and I wish you all the best as we move ahead. Thanks so much.
As our program comes to an end, I'd like to again congratulate all of our award winners. We thoroughly enjoyed hearing your stories. Thank you to our sponsors for making this event possible. Thank you to all of you in the ecosystem that support small businesses through entrepreneurship, lending, any other way that you support small business in our community. Thank you to all of you for attending this program and celebrating our award winners with us tonight. But don't go yet. You get to see a behind-the-scenes look at the making of this video. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you.
I don't know him like that.
Currently, we operate. Stop.
How much effort and redo?
Was one of the few women
goes this way.
So, oh, don't say so.
Nope, skipped all that.
I'm Kathy Griffith. Want to stop? Okay, too late. I said district wrong.
Close on.
I'd like to remind us that it is a storm.
Listen, bring up.
Say their own stuff, because I have it in my head.
We're in, oops, sorry.
The SBDC here to, can we start again?
Yeah.